What if you could understand what your body was trying to tell you? Our bodies talk to us and communicate in a completely different way than we humans communicate with each other. We have words and dialogue, we have expressions, we have motions with our hands, we have opening and closing or contracting and opening of our bodies. We can see, we have our senses. However, our bodies communicate a whole nother way that I hope to share to you to start to learn how to listen. Now, if you've ever had anybody say to you, listen to your body, and I know I have said that to clients or in classes, except if you don't know or understand the language, then how can you listen to what's going on? So I want to share a few things to you here that I share in my fascia, feet and flow workshops about how you can start to get to know this and understand what it's trying to tell you when we experience things inside and outside of our body. And of course, then what we can do about it. We have to realize that as humans, if we don't know something about something, then we have no clue what to do and we become frustrated and we get caught up in the reflexive behaviors of looking for answers, of thinking that something is wrong with us and something needs to be fixed. And I really want to change that opinion for everyone because it was something that I spent nearly 25 years doing myself. And I'm very familiar with what it feels like to feel like the body is failing or the body is broken or to feel like it's not enough or feel like it needs fixing. And it's those reflexive behaviors and actions where we go to search on Google or we're trying to look for an answer or we need to know what's wrong, where it actually causes our fascia, this incredible tissue that contracts and expands based on our environment and what it believes to be a threat, real or not real. And so it's really important that when we experience something in our bodies, that we don't judge it. We actually go, okay, body, you're trying to tell me something here. Can I get to know and understand what this is? So then we can work towards a solution. I guarantee you that most of the time, and from my over 30 years now of working with bodies and humans through the movement world, that when our body starts to close and contract, that is a fascial response to environment. So we are either experiencing something in our environment that is causing the fascia to contract and to become tight and protect the body because it believes there is a tiger or a threat. Now, this can be real or not real, as I mentioned before. It can certainly be you're driving in traffic and you need to brake the car. Absolutely warranted response from the fascia to protect you just in case there is an accident. However, it can also be when we're looking at ourselves in the mirror and we might have a bloated belly, we might have a skin breakout, we might just feel a bit off in our bodies and we look at the body and think, what's wrong with you? Why don't you change? Why do I look like this? It's exactly the same response in the body. The fascia has its own contractile cells and its own neural receptor network, meaning it acts and functions like the brain and it can contract or expand, as I said, whenever it wants to. So we have to make sure that it's not just the physical things that we are looking out for. Yes, chairs, phones, shoes, devices. What we do during our day shapes our fascia, but so do our thoughts and our words. So it's really important to understand that each time that you speak to yourself with words that have an energy behind it that make your body close, that don't feel good, that are judgmental, that are critical, that are resentful, that are battling or fighting what's going on. So if you find that you are resisting stuff, your fascia will also be closing and contracting, not just around your muscles and your tissue, but your organs and your cells and your joints. And that, of course, is going to have like a knock-on effect into your external body. And of course, what we see on the external is a reflection of what's going on inside. So tomorrow, as you start your day, I really invite you to check in with everything you do in the physical body, but also in the etheric. Again, the things that we can't see, like how we're feeling, the quality of our thoughts, And is that either opening your body, or is it either closing or contracting your body? And how does that play a role in things we're experiencing in our body, such as pain, inflammation, sickness, or dis-ease? And do we spend more time here as opposed to here? So if that resonated, if you have any questions onto that, or you'd like to share anything that you notice that your body does, I highly recommend just popping in the comments, because we all have these incredible bodies, but for most of us, and myself included, we hardly ever spend the time to get to know them. And the communication that comes from these bodies is things such as pain or inflammation, or again, we're getting this tightness in the lower back, or digestive problems, or bloating. And that's all the language from the body actually asking us to tune in and say, hey, I'm out of balance because of. And that then gives us the ability to dive in and investigate, to be curious and have self-awareness and self-knowledge, to then be able to do something about it because we understand. And that's where the compassion comes in. So I'd love to know your thoughts onto that one. I will be running, of course, in July on the 26th and also on the 22nd of August, a feet, fascia and flow workshop at Infuse Health, and also at my studio in Anna Bay. You can jump over to my website to go and check out the details and to grab yourself a ticket for either one of those workshops if this stuff really resonates with you and you'd love to learn a little bit more about your body from the inside out.